Shalom, balance, paradise, righteousness, all back diligently, as you
Yes,
don't know, in the
yes,
lab, working hard. I got the sibling with me. CFR Network, CFR News, you are tuned in live. We are with Jah Mirikle, St Lucia
yes, sir.
native,
Enough love.
creator, artist, father, and a lot more, man. Welcome to the broadcast, sibling. What's happening?
Yeah, we're good, you know. We staying alive, you see me?
Definite, man. And
Mhm.
clearly, man done survived apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was rough, bro. It was rough. I ain't even gonna lie. It was rough still.
For shiggity, man. So before we even get into you in any great detail, as I've been doing with everybody, based upon this crazy event and situation that has taken place, how have you been dealing with everything, man? How is the 2020, has he dealt you some good cards, or like, try and unpack that thing?
It's I think it's done the same for most of us, you know. It's given us time to look at ourselves, think of where we could better ourselves to deal with issues we've been avoiding, like with life being hectic and whatever. So it's ups and downs for 2020 for me, you know. But in the end, um, yeah, it's just been a bit of an eye opener, bro. Even this year, it's from last year January up till now, it's just been a roller coaster. Still,
Yeah.
it's mad.
Yes.
It's mad.
Definite. Trust that you and your family wasn't affected. You didn't lose anybody or nothing.
No, I didn't. To be fair,
Give
not to
thanks.
COVID that I know of, anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, it's you said it. You painted that picture there. It was a very tumultuous year. For some of my guests, they've utilized the time, to try and reinvent or create the best version of themselves. You know what I mean? Whether that's business wise, whether that's holistic health wise, whether I
You
mean.
know? Yeah,
So some people have been able to sort of turn the negative into a positive. Um,
which is commendable in any light, mate. Because under the looming threat of martial law and
mhm.
life completely changing and our freedoms being sort of people trying to snatch them out from under our feet and that, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's rough, to still have a clear, sane head working proper still.
For sure, there. You highlighted some things there. I mean, look at the rates of of domestic violence that's been.
Well,
It's
what's been happening in it seems to be it's affecting all of us,
mm,
but where I don't know, there seems to be some sort of battle of the sexes going on.
yes,
You know what I mean? It just
yes,
seems to be I don't know, a trading power or something. Something's happened. There's been a sway in the energy, and it's different now in a way that I can't really put my finger on it, but I feel like the men are dealing with it differently than the ladies at the moment.
yeah.
And we're gonna have to talk about that sometime, at some point. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
yeah, to me, that's what's happening now because everybody I know is going through some sort of domestic thing in it.
this is what I'm saying, sibling.
Everybody that I know from, and it's always been some sort of deep rooted, unspoken grievance that's come to the surface now.
Hmm.
Because there's time. And I don't know, bro, is the people feel different. People feel expressive.
Yes.
People feel betrayed. People feel um, there's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of and there's different energy going on right now, brother.
Yep.
It's just different. It's just different. We soon come to terms with it, but because it's different, you got to get used to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Learn how to maneuver, but we soon come to terms with it still.
Trustfully, man. Trustfully. I mean, it doesn't help when earlier on this week that Green Party woman come out with that idea about men should be on curfew, after 6 o'clock. You hear about that there?
I didn't even hear about that, bro. What? Who said that?
So I can't remember her name. It was a female politician from the Green
Hmm.
Party, and she come out in Parliament this week. I think it was Tuesday, and said, "Yeah, domestic violence and all this thing. Some
I
some
mean, again, right now, because there's no unity, there is no power to the people.
Mhm,
Yeah. So it's just a lot of opinion, and even to the people who seem to have the power, it's just a lot of opinion. One, we've got to come to a consensus for anything to be made law. We
mhm,
have to allow certain things, but the people, us, have to understand that you know it's within our. We get to determine what's what. It shouldn't have to be done for us, and we need to unify. We need to come to terms with a common agenda
yeah,
to sort ourselves out. But she's free to have her opinion. You know, it's gonna take a lot more than just an opinion to make these things come into play, though. So
yes,
everybody's free to say this is the time for it, my brother. People is just chatting a lot right now. Right now, I'm trying not to say too much.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like to listen. I like to watch, innit?
Peep the
I
scenery
want
in it.
you know what I'm saying? Just people are gone. When it's time to move, I like to have a strategy. So
Definite.
right now, let's watch it still. Yeah.
I think this is on the heels of as you've highlighted. There's this kind of energy shift, and we got MPs. I think Jess Phillips, is it? Some West
Mhm.
Midlands MP. She's up the same day. She's up there reading 100 and X amount of women names that's been killed by a man. Um, I think in the last 12 months or something, and this and that, and then you get the Clapham Junction woman, the police officer thing going in, and they're
Mhm.
saying, everyone's like, yeah, women ain't safe no more roaming the streets. And it's like, look, let's look at the
I
bigger
mean,
picture. Yeah,
it's the bigger picture, yeah. I mean, but even if we go down to the smaller picture, it's the narrative that's been created
hmm
where people who would have something to do with their life who would not otherwise be well, I don't know, I can't speak for people, but let's assume that when you have a job and you have somewhere to go every day and you have money to earn and you have people to take care of,
hmm
you probably don't you as an individual don't have time for your mind to stray on mischief
hmm
and perpetrating. And but right now people is free with their time because there's not a lot going on. Even people working from home are lackadaisical at doing that. And your mind strays and you think about things that probably you didn't have time to. So depending on your character, as an individual, that will determine the stuff you get up to.
Facts.
So with the world being as it is, people don't listen. Yeah, they say stay home. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do in it to feel free
hmm
and to exercise your mind so that you don't feel like you're going insane. So you find people break rules um, to do these things, but then you get the weirdo who's gonna take it a step further because of these different energies swirling around. This dude thinks, he's gonna attack women now because boy, I don't know, his girl must have left him. Because remember I said the energy different, brother.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm on vex or whatever, in it.
Mm.
No, this is not me making excuses for things. I'm just saying, you know, there's reasons behind most stuff if you think about it. So it's
Oh
in
yeah.
the bigger picture now. It's this grand narrative where we are having to come to terms with the new way. It's gonna affect us all in similar ways and in different ways. And it will come to the forefront because we all live in the same world. People will suffer. People will be affected negatively or positively. Who knows? We just have to try and make it work out in the end for the best, innit? Like, because right now it's not a good thing going on. This is madness, brother.
You already know the thing, sibling. This
This
is
is crazy,
and we didn't even sign up for this movie thing,
and
man.
nobody even signed up for this. Like, you get me? Although they was running experiments and saying, "Oh, what if this is a what if?" and the next year they put it into play. It's like, I don't know. This is nuts, bruv.
Proper.
You get me? So
we'd have
in the
never
midst
guessed
of
this
this,
thing, man. Never would have guessed this
that's what I
thing.
was saying last year, bro. Who would have guessed, that we would live to see this shit?
And look, listen. Let's take it off us and let's look at the future, the youngsters, them who are already
Bro.
caught up in this technological world and stuff, and they're used to the social contact and all that, and getting pissed off on the bars every night and all them something there. Yeah.
Can you imagine? They are used to this. They've grown up in this. This is gonna be normal to them. Anything apart from this is gonna be strange. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's rough for them. It's rough for the youths. It's rough. TV's raising enough of our kids these days, brother. See? Because the parents can't even deal with the life right now. The life right now is there's a lot of head space being taken up by this life. Because you don't know what's tomorrow might bring. You don't know if you can make ends meet. You got to really work brain out here and step up the pace to do what you need to do, and it's rough. And
hella rough.
These kids is suffering for it, bro.
Proper thing.
They're not really, a lot of the children are not being raised. They're being raised by television and not their parents. So.
And it's something I highlight that thing all the time. I did a build yesterday, and I was highlighting the same thing. As a parent, it's especially in this Gregorian year of 2021 with all this uncertainty, whether you got a job or not, furlough, etc. Parents have become, no disrespect, lax. It's easy now. Like when we was on the come up, there was one television in the house, and it was in the sitting room. If your family was wealthy, you might have a look at a Nintendo SNES upstairs in your bedroom or something. But outside of that, you know what I mean? You might have a hi-fi system or something that you got, and you could have music in your room. Outside of that, you'd go out and play. You go to school. You know what I mean? That was the thing. And you would have interaction with your parents. You'd unpack the day. You know what I mean? What happened at school? How did you get on?
And life was sweet, bro. And life was sweet. You know what I mean? It wasn't all this outside interference. None
of it.
It's all different now.
But what I'm highlighting is nowadays, the easier thing to do is to pick up little Johnny from the school, go to McNasty's, go through the drive-through. Yeah, man, what meal you want? Back home, little Johnny hasn't even come out of his phone yet. He's still up on the phone, you know what I mean? All the way through the journey and stuff. They ain't really talking. Little Johnny's got home, he's ran straight upstairs, put his headset on, he's on the damn, PlayStation 25, whatever the hell's out now. You know what I mean? They text him to say, yo, your tea's ready, little Johnny. And he you know what I mean? He texts his back, yeah, I'll be down in a minute. He runs down, gets his food back upstairs. Where's the interaction, man? Who's raising these motherfuckers, man? These little children.
Yeah, we are all being raised by our phones and our socials and it's what we allow. It's a decision, it's a choice.
Yes.
And some of us have chosen through this time to separate ourselves from that because we see, the danger, but for the majority, it's just been sucked in. That's why there's so much more content out there. There's so much more to watch, so much
Yes.
more to get caught up, because everybody's spending time trying to be this, um, viral sensation.
Mhm.
You know, I
Interesting
saw the
times,
thing
Sibley,
said,
man.
I saw
Interesting
the thing
times.
said, brother. I saw the thing said, what can you do? What can you do?
For riggedy, for riggedy. So let's switch this back. Let's switch this out from current events, and let's
Yeah,
jump in at the DeLorean, and let's go
yeah,
back in time, sibling.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you were born on the beautiful island of St. Lucia. When did you come over here?
I came over here, what was it, 93? That was my
See,
first stint in this country, 93, yeah. And I must have went to school, like the latter days of my secondary school education was done here.
Irie. So talk about that, man. What was the? How did you find navigating, like
It wasn't a major adjustment. That's definitely a major adjustment for me. Um, but you adjust quickly, but probably not. You try to adjust quickly
Mhm.
because nobody likes discomfort, and it's just really, it wasn't nice for me, man. It just was hard adjusting, but then you start
Break that
moving.
down. Break that down, sibling. Let's paint some
You're
vivid pictures.
you're used to a certain lifestyle on an island
Hmm.
like St Lucia, where when I was in secondary school, I used to come home late, bro. Forget me, because we on the road, me and the
Hmm.
man them, or me
Hmm.
and the girls, just having fun,
Yeah.
youthful fun in a safe kind of environment.
Yeah.
When I came here, it was more or less the same, except in a concrete surrounding. But
Mm.
then the difference was it was a bit more meaner. There was more muggings, there was more robberies, there was more um, petty disputes
Yeah.
and squabbles amongst peers and races. And so, the diverse society was evident, the
Mm.
difference.
What
And
part of
that
LON was you? Did you come to?
I was in South still. I was in
Ah,
South.
yes.
I was in, where was I? I started off in Crystal Palace.
Seen.
And a lot of moving throughout the time in the country. But yeah, South London, brother.
South. All right.
Yeah, man.
Education wise, because I hear a lot that Caribbean education is more advanced than over here. Is
Mm-hmm.
it, would you say when you got here you was like, what the hell are you trying to teach me? I don't been done this thing, or was it
To be
pretty?
fair, brother, what I did, which some would, I don't know, what I did was I had the option to either continue from where I was at home,
Yeah.
go a step back to acclimatize. Yeah.
Mm,
At the time, I chose to acclimatize. So I just went a step back, so I was a bit older than my peers at the time.
okay.
And if I'd carried on, I would have been a bit younger than, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, innit, brother? So I
Yes.
just chose that road. And the academics, it wasn't really, it was cool. I was in the top classes. I had a strict stepdad who, he put in a lot of work at getting myself and my little brother on point when it came to schoolwork. You get me?
Mm,
And that's much appreciated for that, because it was easy to stray them time there. You get me? True, you don't know your surroundings. You're just
yeah.
trying to fit in.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're easily distracted. You're easily strayed. Okay, it's the adventure of life at this stage.
Mm,
So man will try anything them time there, isn't it,
yeah.
fam?
Yeah. Especially
So,
93 upwards, man. Them
yeah,
were the years, man.
I'm telling you, man. Come 95 was great. Them time man's fully in tune and in gear, and
Mm,
a lot of stuff. So and then after a while, I just got fed up and I missed home. And I thought, now I'm gonna go home. And I went home for 4 years.
what age was you when you went back?
What was that? I was like 18.
See.
I went back when I was 18. and done 4 years. That's when I turned Rasta. That's when I started taking music seriously. I always used to sing as a youth,
Yeah.
but the whole artistry thing and Sizzler was a shining light. And they get me Sizzler Kalanji,
You
Capleton, and
don't know.
the fraternity
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Mm.
On a Rasta level, not just dancehall was always a part of my life.
Yeah.
Caribbean people, there's no escape.
Mm-hmm.
But the conscious side was when I went back home. It's like raw.
Mm.
I like this stuff.
So break it down, Ras. What were we dealing with? Bingy, Federation, 12 Tribe.
Well, I used to be on the denomination thing, being gay. What man was everything Rasta in it.
Yes.
Those times I didn't really want to be on the denomination thing.
Mm.
So I went to every gathering,
Yes. Yes.
Man, a Rasta in it. I
In
saw
it.
Rasta as the bigger picture.
Yep. Yeah.
And, black people as the greater family.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw no reason to segregate. So yeah, although I felt that way, you would go amongst people who would segregate, and
Yes.
then you would learn about the world that not everybody shares your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody sees the light that
Mm-hmm.
you see. So as years went by, brother, I started to disassociate with certain ideologies, certain principles, certain ways of thinking
Mm-hmm.
and acting, because it didn't really fit what I thought Rasta was really about. You get me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just chose to look on life rather than from a Rasta perspective,
Mm.
more from a black perspective.
Yes, I think I see where you're going with this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
rather than get strayed by the intricacies of denominations and
Mm-hmm.
gatherings and houses and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. It's better we just show love to one another
Mm-hmm.
and try and live in unity, no matter where it is you come from. All some white people forget,
Mm-hmm.
oblige because they understand the struggle and do their best.
This is the thing, man. It's about
You
the
know what I'm saying?
what's inside, man. What you're
You get a
showing and
one
proving.
and two of them, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where they struggle more than you for you.
Yes.
So
Facts, man.
commendable
Facts.
people.
I hear it. I totally hear that there. It's, content as the great Dr. Martin Luther King, content to the character. Yeah, when we're
Yep,
talking judging, you know what I
yep,
mean? Of course, we
yep.
have to be prejudiced. Not even have to. We are all, no matter what nation, denomination, whatever, ethnicity, quote unquote, race. I don't even like to use those terminologies, but we all go out the house and we look and we, for our safety, we have to judge to make sure that we're doing the thing. We go, is the road clear before I cross it? You know what I mean? You're prejudging, you're seeing someone that, you prejudge. It's that's natural thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But with this crazy world and how this thing is, man, we gotta look at, people gotta show and prove. You just talking a thing, or you actually walking a thing as well.
You get it. You get it. And I'd rather look at it as nobody's perfect, bro. So there's really no point um, pushing an ideology that you're not able to live up to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna live up to it, yeah, push it in it. You feel me? So that you can be a shining example
Y-
unto those who look on.
Yes.
But in a realistic standpoint, I see it as nobody's perfect. We gotta just try our best, you know, to keep this thing positive,
Hmm.
with the help and guidance of ancestors and the wise ones,
Hmm.
the Creator. You get me?
Yep.
We is gonna pull through, and the more simple we take life, the better it is for us because when you just get too complicated with it, you just get fucked up, bro. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Telling you.
Keep it simple, man. Keep it simple,
Yeah,
stupid, as they say. You know what I
yeah, man.
mean? Not
Best way, bro.
complicated. Yeah, for sure,
Best
man.
way.
Hey,
Simple like a child, innit? Because look at the little baby. The little baby just simple, and they command the hearts of everybody around them because everybody understands
the
that this is
innocence.
just the purest form.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And
And look at the characteristics of the purest form. Simplicity,
simple thing, simple
Yeah,
thing. And as you've highlighted there, the innocence and the majestic light and energy from the youth
of the
them.
child, yeah.
And it's what you then pour into that child, which then makes
That's
that
right.
child, you know what I mean,
That's right.
a productive member of society, or you have a little kid running around this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
A little misfit.
Yes.
Yeah. It is what it
Okay.
is. But we always, I was a little misfit, I ain't gonna lie. We go through the stages, fam.
Listen. If we ain't growing, you know what I mean, we're dying sibling. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
This is never a judgment on anybody. This is just, the
exactly.
reality of life.
Yes. We go
Mm,
through them stages, man. We go through those growing pages, especially when you're going through puberty and all them thing there. You're just going through secondary school. You're finding who you
yeah.
are as a young man and thing. You're feeling
Mm.
yourself. You're interested in the gal them at this stage as well. So,
You
you
got all
know,
this energy, and it's
all that
like,
energy.
you know what I'm
This is
saying?
it. And then let's look at it for them times as well. We had we had a delineation, a clear two different options. You know what I mean? We had righteousness on one side and consciousness in regards to entertainment and the music. And on the other
Mhm.
side, we had the street thing. You know what I mean? And some people were just like, nah, man, the street thing looks all right, but I'm staying here. Some had to, get into the muck and the mire, you know what I mean? And experience certain things and say,
Yeah,
you know what? Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I've done
yeah.
this, but this ain't for me.
There you go. You got to live and learn. You have to live and learn. You have to experience. So that's why I don't wrong the youth them when they do certain things. It's just, um, at this current, to me, although man used to run with, the little misfits and that, and man knows certain type of people, and the man them back in the day weren't heartless. You get me, and wicked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Yeah, you have certain bad characters, but now it just seems there's the energy of a dark energy in these young youths now,
yeah,
like the up and coming, not little babies, but teenagers
yeah,
and that. It's a hard time for them
very
because
much so.
this is the age of likes and follows and viralism.
Mm,
Anything to get people talking or to get noticed. So they're bundling up in gangs and they're taking advantage of each other. You know,
yep.
and the 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 discipline that you and I may have grew up with back in the day, or the consciousness that you can't really be all bad. You got to try to be good.
Hmm.
Right now, it just seems to be everybody's okay with being all bad.
Well, bad is sibling. Bad is good, and good is bad now.
You understand?
you know,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that.
they done switched up the thing, and I've been on the
The
campaign
change, bro.
to push. Listen, we need to be pushing this righteousness, man, and this unity. That's what we need to be pushing. That's what we need to make cool.
An awakening.
Yes.
But we gotta come on their wavelength though. We gotta come some way that this gonna spark their interest.
Mm.
Otherwise, you know how they go on. You're not the in thing. Nobody's watching, fam. Nobody's listening. You know how long we've been pushing this conscious message, and it's only flipping last year. Man, things start kicking back up again. Like, you know what I'm saying, fam?
Yes. Yes.
Because
Yes. Yes.
previous to last year, I'd stopped singing for a good 3 years, fam.
Mm.
I wasn't on it because there was nothing motivating me to carry on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just too hard. You're spending too much to get nowhere, you know, and when you're good, it, it doesn't ensure that you're heard. It's who you know. And
Exactly.
you know, this continuing narrative back in them days, it was like it just made me resentful. And I just thought, fuck this, man. If I do music, I'm doing it. Like I'll build a beat for myself. If I feel to sing on it, if I get a vibe, yeah, I'll sing on it, fine. And just put them down. And when the man them come around, you know, send it to certain people that want to hear something. All right, cool. I'll put my thing up on SoundCloud today if I feel like it.
Yeah.
And never go back on SoundCloud for 2 years or something. Yeah, yeah, bro. This morning I went on my Twitter in the message section because I just never go on Twitter.
Yeah. I know what
And
you're
it's
saying.
like, raw. 5 years ago, one brother asked me. One brother asked me ask if he could feature me on his website. 5 years ago, brother.
Shit.
I mean, just get the message. So I'm like, LOL. Just seeing this, you know. Man said, raw, 5 years later, yeah. What could I say? What can I say? Because I'm just not that guy, bro. I'm just not that guy. Music's been pissing me off. I just don't want to see nobody in it.
Yeah. I know them
Trying to
ones
live
there.
life right now.
Listen, life is the most important thing, man. That's what we gotta deal with first, and then everything else is bonuses, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Food, clothing, and shelter. You know what I mean? Everything else, bonus time. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'll give thanks for the little bonus time that we get now and then, you know.
But Sibling, listen, you made some legendary, classical, timeless music, man, from the early
Well,
thousands, man. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, I used to love music. I don't know if I do anymore, but I used to love music, fam. I really used to listen and you know, dip myself real deep into that stuff, like
Yeah.
musical stuff, and take myself places just to expand my musical knowledge and the feeling of it and theory and blah 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 blah. I don't know. It just seems like, imagine last year I dropped a tune called well, I didn't drop it, the producer dropped it, called One People. Shot a little camera video for it, and nice, went down well as well, because kind of went in relation to the pandemic. But what would shock you is we recorded that song 15 years ago, fam.
This is what I'm talking about, man.
You understand?
Timeless
So it's like,
music.
yeah, I hear what you're saying. Because man had the vibe, man had the energy, man had the inspiration, the drive. I believe that, you know, this is for me and I'm on this thing, making my mark. I still believe I'm on it, and I mean, if I go in the studio now, it's like nothing's changed. You know what I mean? It's like I still got it, but it's the drive and the love for it. It's like, wow, let's do this. Right now, I'm at a stage where my kids are getting big, and because of music, I've missed a lot of time with them. You get me? So right now, it's kind of like focus on life, bro.
Yeah.
And along the way, you know, if I hear a little tune in my head, build a beat, sing on it. You know? Music's still in reach though. It's still here. I'm still releasing music.
Yeah.
That tune I sent you is one of the recent ones I dropped. Was it last year? Late last year?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. It's still there. Still got something to say. But you know, if I look and nobody's listening, I'm gonna shut up, man. Trust me.
Listen, that's the filter that you need, sibling. You need to have that there. As you say, I mean, if no one's consuming the thing, like, well, why are you putting it out, man?
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what the fuck? Wasting time, wasting energy. Spend this energy elsewhere.
That's yeah, factual. So let's go back. Actually, before we go back to when you spent your time in St Lucia in your 18s,
Yeah.
it sounds like to me the reason you're kind of jilted of sorts musically wise is because the industry is just on some fucking bullshit. That's what it sounds like to me.
Why I'm not motivated, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not wholly and solely the industry's fault. In a sense, yeah. I mean, remember when we used to sing and have lyrical content and want to say something?
With music with a purpose, man.
You know what I'm saying? Music with a message as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's just yibbity yibbity
Yeah, yeah,
and a dance to
yeah,
boot, and you pop it.
yeah.
So no offense to that. You like that. I mean, I like some of it. Don't get it twisted, bro. You know, the hype involved and the camaraderie and the
Yeah.
fun to it. It's all good, but
Mm.
we've the energy is different. We've moved from a place of trying to get inspiration from music and trying to be elevated by music to just be moved by it now.
Yeah.
We're all right with just being moved. Back in the day, yeah, a good beat, a nice voice, good lyrics, would be the ideal. Right now, just the beat alone
The beat carries it, man, all the way.
carries everything right now. And a vocal with good cadence on top, no matter what the hell you're saying, you popping, man. So yeah, bro, it's yeah, man, no, man, no. And then you got the transition of different genres, like hip hop's always been big.
Yeah.
Hip hop always gonna be big. It's an entity by itself, and it always transforms and changes.
Yeah.
But dancehall as well, reggae changes and evolving. Dancehall moving more along the hip hop, computerized sound,
Yes.
trap
Mm.
sort of movement. Um, but then you got the Afro side of things, where that's really big now.
Major big, man. Major big.
Massive because they do support themselves.
Mm.
They do promote themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They do enjoy music.
Yeah.
They
And let's
love.
and let's not get it twisted. That's the whole purpose. You know what I mean?
That is it.
You've
That
got to
is
enjoy yourself when
that
making
is
it,
it.
when consuming it. But the lines are blurred now because it's like what are we enjoying? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. What are we enjoying? It's just the beat, bro. It's just the beat, and some you could dance to it, and it's. I guess what we like is too heavy.
Mm.
Just too heavy. It's just got too much emotional, political baggage to it.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to hear something that's gonna educate you, uplift you.
Yeah, let's stay
But
dumb, man. Let's stay dumb to the thing. We don't want
yeah,
to get educated.
yeah. It's just it's a low. It's not a lift you up thing. It's like a hold you down thing. It's like,
Mm.
and it's all good. Like I say, I pick the sense from the nonsense, gangster, and
Yeah.
you can. You just gotta have the headspace to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just a lot of it is funny to me. I like laughing. I like having like jokes and the way um the memes are made and come about, and they use the music and the
Yeah.
how people are popularized just by phrases they might have said,
Mm.
and it's an amazing transformation to the realm of entertainment.
Facts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big people with big money still play the big role, don't get it twisted. But what's happening now is, like we said earlier, anybody can be a star now.
Yeah.
Anybody
And
can be a star, from the crackhead to the bank manager, bro. You
yes.
know, it is what it is. And more power to us. I ain't figured out my little niche in it yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Still working my head around it. But time's moving on, bro, and soon I'm just gonna drop the album, and that'll be it, you know. But that's what I see myself doing, bro. Just working on my album with or a collection of a few mixtapes and an album that I'll put together myself of music I love, and let that be it, you know. Let that be the legacy. There's a lot of material out there. If you wanna, if anybody's ever interested, they just need to type my name in Google and then places.
Yes.
We've been taken to a lot of sites and a lot of links
Hmm.
where I used to sing years ago. People may see there's a wave going on right now and start releasing. Recently, this like I've started releasing bare music recently over last year and this year. Enough things I want. You see me, fam.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, and that is just we have time
Yes.
and people have time. People remember Raw Miracle. Yeah, well,
Yes.
we got
Well,
a little vibe now, yeah. We got that tune with him still. Let's put it out. Yeah, all right, Miracle. We're gonna put what? We're shooting a video for that, yeah. All right, yeah. Come then. All right, boom, boom.
mm,
Quick thing. And when I
things are
come,
move. Things are move.
yeah, things are pop. So, and that's how I like it. The impromptu way I like. I
Mm,
hate planning stuff. Planning can be good sometimes, but
yeah.
I can't be the one planning. I gotta have somebody orchestrated for me.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Yes. The organic thing you deal with, yeah.
that me I deal with, brother.
Mm,
I'm tired of having to promote myself, put
yeah.
myself out, get the band, get mix myself. I just want to sing now.
Yeah.
I just want to sing. I'm fed up of all the other stuff. Like I want to do what I want to do now.
Yeah.
So I'm getting back to that stage where inspiration is coming, and I feel happy to just sit in the studio and sing 3 songs today, and I'm good.
Mm,
And I'm getting there again. I used to be there in the early 2000s and that, but times change. Like I said, the kids are getting big, brother. So
yeah.
I had to allow it.
Daddy Judy's mine.
Yeah.
We know them ones there, man. Fam first, man. Family first.
Yeah, I mean, we still because we was absent in those classes, we still learning
Mm,
at these stages. But the key is we love them. So
yes. One of the
yeah,
most important things there.
I do everything for them.
Mm, don't know. Don't know.
Mhm.
So we're back. We're back home. 18. We did 4 years. What made you come back to the UK?
I just thought I didn't master it and I had a good opportunity to.
Okay.
I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna come back. And I
I-
did. And I came back as a different individual,
mhm.
and it became a different challenge. It wasn't what I remembered because of who I was. I was a Ras
Yeah.
trying to do this music thing,
Mm.
you know? And England's not really the place for that, my brother. You ain't,
Especially down south.
yeah, it's not really. Unless
Mm,
you got that link,
yeah.
unless you know somebody.
Mm, mm,
Unless you somewhat associated with a label or you got a deal or some sort of finance behind you. You won't get the push that you need to make the little mark to carry on. And that's all I've been missing throughout my career, that little push to
yeah.
make the little mark.
Mm. To blow,
So
man. To blow. To get the
yeah,
eyes
just
on them.
blow. Yeah, just get that.
Because you've
I've
had
had
the
one
up.
or two opportunities, but nothing really ever came from those. Some are messed up. Some mistakes I made along the way and learned from.
Hmm.
And it's a different approach now, though. So
Yeah. You're a big man now, so you know.
I am in, man. I'm in. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when did you? What was your first release, album wise or mixtape wise? Was it the
Well,
one
to
with
get
PDC and all them man on it?
the first release was probably the one with PDC, when we did the video and we shot it in Brixton. Yeah,
Mm,
that one there was the first official. But at that stage, I was working with a label in East London, a reggae label called Serious Records. We was sort of compiling the album, a number of songs I'd written
mm,
previous to coming here and songs I'd written while I was here. But that never came to fruition for whatever reason. And so I just dabbled
Did you
a lot.
retain? Did you retain the music, or did the label?
Yeah, I got the music.
Okay.
I mean, I know the songs. I intend like over the years I've done so much music that I do have at least 3 albums I could drop.
See.
But it's like because I like my thing to really, now that I'm in control of what goes out, I like it to be good.
Quality control.
Yeah, I kind of need it to be of a certain level so that the representation is on point. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Mm, mm.
I never want the sound to be considered mediocre. I want people to understand that, yeah, I did at least love it at one stage, and I still have feelings for it now.
Yeah.
And listen, and you tell me if you feel that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I do believe people feel it from.
You
People
don't know.
feel it.
You don't know the thing.
People
So,
feel it.
so how did the link? How did the link happen with PDC and Georgia and them?
Well, one of my brethren that I went to school with when I was here, he's just one of the Brixton man, them, innit? It's
Oh.
just one of them dudes that knows everybody.
Mm.
Well, a lot of my friends from school is like going school south, obviously. It's a south movement, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
So you know the man them here, there, and people know of you, or people know somebody that you know. And I linked up with Cerose, fam.
Yes.
Through the man them, and Cerose was on fire back in
You
the days.
don't know the thing, sibling
So
man. Lava
um,
flow.
he was just feeling my vibes, and I was just feeling his vibes because we was more or less on the same top tip.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Except, the man them was just gang affiliated. So I wasn't really on it. I was just a musical thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I built that beat one day. We went studio, me, Cerose, and a couple man them. I built that beat for that song that you saw the video for.
Mm.
And a couple of the dudes was in the place. We just pressed it at the same time, niced it up. Next week or two, shot the video, bang, released that shit. Big Bad Blue released it. Done deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Them were the times, man, because that was a perfect combination, man. With the street thing mixed with the
Yeah.
righteousness, with the reggae on the
And
something.
those were the days of, you remember street DVDs?
Yes.
Yeah, those were the days when, London was on it. The man, they were shooting their own street hood DVDs and little hood tales and promoting hood videos and music. And it was a good look, man.
And
That was fire, man. Those days was great.
that was boss business that was going on them times, you know what I mean? Taking advantage and saying, yo, I ain't waiting for these people, them. I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Let me get the big dotty camera, you know what I mean? And the high eight tape cassettes, put them in the something there, and let's
Yeah.
film this here.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time where we thought of ideas and it made it happen. We were involved in setting little trends, and it's good. It's good, bro. It's good to look back and feel like, yeah, those are the, I made a lot of musical links in those days. I met Nutty Energy. I don't know if you remember Nutty Energy.
Yeah.
Bare music man did, bro. Rude boy. Bare links. I can't even remember 90% of them. It was so much.
Yeah.
Into so many studios and engineered so many songs and sang backup for so many people and wrote songs and helped lyrics and man just used to do a lot, bro, for free. You know what I mean?
See, this is what I'm saying. Back then, it was for the love of the thing now, man.
Yeah,
These
it's
days,
for the
it's
love.
yeah,
These days, you're not paying me. It's not worth it because
yeah.
I got bills.
Well, yo, this is the difference. See, obviously, man still had bills back then, but it was a different kind of thing, man. A different kind of
I had
lifestyle.
bills back then, but it wasn't the same.
Nah, man, it definitely weren't the same. And the responsibility wise is a different thing as well.
It weren't the same. Man still had responsibilities back then. I ain't gonna lie, back then, man weren't living up to their responsibilities. Man prioritized music because that's what I loved back in them times. that I can tell you straight, like that was at the forefront of my mind. Make it in music. Do your best because you got something. Everybody keeps saying you got something, so fucking better do something. That was my mindset back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just lost track. So when I realized what I've been doing, that was more what led me into like, let's ease off. Let's pull up a bit. Because nobody ain't paying for it anyway, and it's not helping me to live. So why put so much energy? Let's get a job.
Let's do the normal life thing for a minute.
Let's do the everyday guy thing. Average Joe.
Yes. Well, all right then. So based upon that, like, how did you find that transition then from doing, from being an artist, a full-time artist out there doing the thing to doing a 10 till 6 or 9 till 5 or whatever?
Because over the years, life has changed a lot. And going through the changes, I had to become really adaptable to situations as they popped up. So survival is what made me just snap into gear, bruv. Like, you're gonna need to get this money to live, bruv.
Yeah.
So step to it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
I had my little dabbles in the little street thing, which weren't for me. It's just, it's for some people. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
So I just packed that up. Got a job, brother. You know what I'm saying? Little handyman thing. Man good with their hands, in it.
Yep.
Man use the little knowledge I have to teach myself certain skills and get paid for it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? It's nothing better than that, brother.
Of course. Doing something that you enjoy as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, decent pay as well. So,
growth and development, sibling, that's what I'm hearing. Growth and development.
Yeah, slow pace, but we're getting there, brother. We're getting there.
That's the most important thing, man. If you, as I keep on saying, if you ain't learning, if you ain't trying to learn something, like for me, pardon self, I try and learn some form of new information, at least, even if it's just one piece of information per day. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking to be the best version of myself every day. Sometimes I might trip up and say, I'm just gonna just veg out today and just watch some old school 80s or 90s movies and just not do no studying or research into nothing, you know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta do that. It's about that balance.
You need a break. You need to clear your head. You need to give yourself time to just absorb and process all the info, innit?
For shiggity, man. Because the level of research, you know what I mean, the journey I've been on, since 02, like hundreds of books, man, thousands of documentaries, you know what I mean, sitting down in like probably about a month's worth of lectures, sitting down and paying money to do, you know what I mean, all these something there, you know what I mean, taking trips out of the country to go do things. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And initially,
I remember when I used to go to all the meetings and want to be at every event and want to hear every message. It was a lot.
Yeah.
But those days I had the energy. Right now, brother, man, I stick in a DVD or I go to YouTube or I go to the website and try and watch something.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep halfway through. I gotta be revisiting everything.
I know the ones, man.
Unless I'm commuting, when you're on the commute and you got your thing downloaded, you watch. But if I lie down at night time, brother, in front of the TV, it's more time the TV watching me.
Sibling, you just took the words from him. It's as soon as listen, once you get to a certain age, if you lie down on a settee and think you're gonna watch the end of that movie, forget it.
You can't get too comfortable because you're gone.
You have to be upright, sibling, man. You have to. You have to.
You have to be upright, for real. was having this discussion today. Still, it's true. It's true. It's true.
I mean, I peeped that Eddie Murphy homage coming to America too. I wasn't lying down, sibling. I was in my kitchen. I thought I ain't gonna falling asleep on this one.
I watched it last night, to be fair, and I lied down, but it gripped me still.
Yeah,
It gripped
man.
me. It kept me awake because I was really disappointed to start off with.
I
But
I, I was that way as well. Still, I kind of thought,
then
what?
it just kept me
Yeah.
watching.
Mm.
So that alone was a plus. And then as I carried on watching, it was like, yeah, this is more or less the same thing still.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a homage, as I say, man. It ain't no part two.
Yeah, it's just more. It's not gonna ever be better.
Nah, nah, nah,
You
nah.
know, but it wasn't far off.
Mm.
It was the same vibe, and it was probably on a less grandiose scale, but
Yeah.
it was still big. I still liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked it. At the end, I was like, right, yeah, that was right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Me too. Still, I was kind of like, as I actually say, when I first peeped, the first couple of minutes, like maybe 20 minutes, I'm thinking,
Bro, I
okay.
started watching with my girl in it, and
Mm.
it's like I just kept saying to her, "Nah, this is shit. Nah, man." And she was probably feeling the same way, so she knocked out.
Right,
Yeah,
the Empress
it's like,
knockouts.
yeah, but she knocked out. I don't know. I just thought, nah, let's give it a go in it
Mm,
because
mm,
it's gripping me. I'm not even feeling tired. It's
mm.
gripping me in it. If it was shit, I would have been gone. Trust me. Yeah.
Astral
Right.
planing. Yeah. I know the ones. I know the ones.
But I appreciate that because you remember back in the days when Coming to America came out.
Yeah, man.
For me, that was a glimpse in the
Yes.
modern days of what we were or what we can be
Mm-hmm.
or what we should aspire to,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
greatness that we can achieve as a nation, what we've never seen within ourselves,
Yes.
what they've hidden from us
Yes.
in the history books,
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like a celebration of blackness. And the new one was still that. So
Yes.
I like it.
It was, listen, sibling. The first, like for the first 5-10 minutes, there was just pure original people. It was just original people
Yeah.
everywhere upon the thing.
Yeah.
And then it was just secreting like my man from the
From New York, the
McDowell's.
sun. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
brother.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's a
wicked.
beautiful thing, man. Unfortunately, other people are gonna see, these critics, and they're gonna say they're gonna slate the movie and all this kind of foolishness. Listen,
Opinion, brother. Opinion.
mm,
Opinion means very little unless it's constructive. You know, unless people
yes,
make sense with what they're saying, and you punch a lot of holes in some of these arguments. So I tend not to listen. It's free to talk, say your thing.
for
Everybody have to
shiggity.
say what they have to say.
A free talk.
A lot of it no move me, friend. You see it? So yeah, it's all good. People say what they want.
Yes, I hear that, man.
I love that shit though. It was nice.
Mm,
It was a nice change watching something that when I look back where it took me when I saw
mm,
the first one, it was happy times and
yeah, man.
it affected the whole world. That did.
You listen. You don't know what that came out like 86 or something like that, was it, or something?
That was the bangingest shit ever. I swear that was a 90s film. I think it came
Uh,
out in the 90s.
88. Nah, just double checked. 1988 it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, now
man.
that's long ago. That's long ago.
Long time, man. Some people wasn't even. Hey, listen, siblings. Some of the listeners and siblings, them, they weren't even born.
Boy, those were good days. And even when we was growing up, we used to think, wow, we wish we was living in the older days.
Older days. This is the thing.
Let me, because when we look at the pictures and hear the stories, like, wow, you know, had it good.
And I always wanted to be growing up in the 70s, man. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? 70s was for me. I didn't want to just be born in the 70s. I wanted to be born like late 60s so I could appreciate and actually live through the 70s. You know what I mean?
for real. Well, I'm a 70s, late 70s baby. You get me? 77, I was born. So them time days, like, mad times still.
Yeah.
There was a lot of mad stuff going on in the world in them days, bro. A
Mm,
lot of a big movement, a big shift in the spectrum of life in America and its grip on the world, and
Yes.
visualizing the visual representation of Black people and our influence in music and sports and wars that were going on, and you know,
And
70s was a mad time.
what about the endless hijacking, plane hijackings that was going in like every other week there'd be a hijacking going in.
Boy, boy, those were the days, eh?
Mm,
Those was the days, man. It's mad how that don't happen no more, isn't it?
serious, man, serious.
Mad how
It's
that shit don't
and,
happen no more.
and all of them things like I would say probably 20 plus events with hijackings, and you got to divert over here and this and that, and there may be the odd shooter, but generally people them live. You know what I mean? They might arrest somebody or da 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 da. Da. We roll through to '01.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And we get some strange events happening over in New York and stuff, and thousands of people get sacrificed for some.
Another, that's another eye-opening time, man. That was another strange time, man. That
Mm,
was one of those shifts in time where the whole world stopped to look, man. And it's like, oh, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And
mm,
we lived through that, bro.
hmm.
We got to see that. We
Yeah.
got to see that bullshit that it
Yes.
was. We got to
Yes.
see the bullshit unfold all
Mm,
around it. And the scam and the
yeah.
conspiracy and the,
Yep.
you know?
That's what sibling. That's what woke me up, man. That's what shook me out of this damn matrix thing, man. This matrix, which is in Greek womb. You know what I
Mm,
mean? It shook
mm.
me up, boss. Spat me out, and it was from that point, like '02, because I was kind of still like, no, 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 nah. I'm seeing things, and this is way back in the day when I think YouTube had just kind of started, I think, around that kind of time. Yeah, I
Mm,
mean, and it was the odd thing
mm.
on there, and there's pure websites and photographers saying this, and I'm looking, I'm questioning. Well, not even me. I tell a lie. My empress was on it hard, and she was like, "Yo, Noble, peep this thing, read this website." You know what I mean? O2 comes around, and I'm on it. I'm on it like flipping, white on rice. I'm fully immersed in this thing. I'm there peeping the Alex Jones something, you know what I mean? That David Icke, the Michael Tazarian thing, and then from there, as you don't know, sibling, it's not just that event. You start going all over the damn place. You're going down this rabbit hole to that rabbit hole to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you start learning and unfolding and discovering, and what that did for me, I just got fed up, bro. It's like, raw, it's all corrupted, man.
Mm,
It's all corrupted. We got the good grounding now. We've been steered in the right direction. Black, we know where we come from now. We've
mhm.
done the reading. We can see the signs. And what of all the lessons we've learned taught us? It's best to just prepare yourself, bro, and keep your eyes open
Mhm.
to see what's coming.
Facts.
Then you can make an educated decision.
And not listen, and that's the whole point of the broadcast, to shine a light on the legends and the pioneers and all that, but also to give people through these conversations and these bills and these discussions options and opportunities for themselves to make an informed decision. Don't just allow a box to dictate your life. Don't allow, a social, a created social quote unquote norm to be what you've got to do. You've got to accept all of this weird stuff that they're trying to promote. No, you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Man, I've just started to get into this using the whole social thing as therapy. It's like joke for me, fam.
Mm, mm.
I like a little laugh. I go in there and I bust up at the madness in the world. Cause it's really crazy out there, man.
Really?
Some weird stuff.
Very much so.
Every day I get weird stuff on my phone, bro.
Hella
Every
weird stuff.
hella weird shit that we don't know nothing about that. We don't
Nothing.
know nothing about that. You get me? It's like just funny to me. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. You
In-
know how it goes, fam.
yeah, man. Interesting times, man. Interesting times. It's for those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You know what I mean? Who
Yeah,
will ultimately potentially come through this tier not too a little unscathed from the quote unquote reality. Um, as we wind this here build down, sibling,
yeah.
have you had fun tonight?
Yeah, man, it's good to have a talk. I like the little impromptu vibes. I didn't really think it was gonna go on still, but I'm glad it did. It's nice, a nice little.
Mm.
Do you save these broadcasts? Can I
Yeah,
go
man.
back and watch?
Yeah, man. Don't worry about that, sibling. It's all gonna be on
Send
deck.
me the link, man. Share it out because this is a nice
Definitely.
little discussion. I don't think the world's really seen Miracle like this, so might be a good little thing. You get me to
But
store, get
and
me going into the realm of social promotion.
and this is another point. This is another point and another reason I do this here, man. I ain't just telling you to come on and yo sing me a local thing, man. Give me 16 bars, Bridget.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, talk pure music thing and not get into who you are as a person. Like, you know what I mean? What
yeah. This is
drives
good.
Jah Miracle? You know what I mean?
This
Who
is
is
good.
that, brother?
I like it. I appreciate your angle, and it's good. Good approach.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks every time. Every time.
Come on.
So last question for you, sibling, is
Mm-hmm.
we know your name, yeah. So I want you to tell us who you are, but don't tell us your name.
Well, I'm an incomplete journey.
Mm,
I'm an unfinished book. I'm a never-ending story.
classic.
You know what I mean? I am what I'm meant to be, fam.
Mm,
There's no if or but. I don't think. I don't think if I had to do it again, with the same cards, that I would do it any differently.
mm,
Because the journey has been a mad one. Um, but where I am today feels good.
give
So
thanks.
I am just me, bro.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
Yeah,
You know, as I say, and as I've said, I love where I am, but I can't wait to get to the destination. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I know it's never over, but I'm feeling good now. You know what I mean?
hmm Most High willing, you know what I mean? He's fortifying self, you know what I mean? Keeping family, familiar safe and all them something there,
Definitely.
inspiring and guiding. So
Mhm.
listen, that's all we can do in these times, man. You know what I mean? Try and as you said before, be that light.
Yeah, I
You know.
mean, I wanna definitely take this opportunity to big up a lot of the elders that the Most High has put in my path over the recent years, who have shed a lot of light and wisdom my way.
hmm
Um, sort of give me a more rounded, grounded understanding of the grand scheme of things.
mm
Um, change my perspective on a lot as well. Also want to give a shout out, not for the Massive and crew, everybody who knows me. You know, I'm not one to call out names, but everybody knows him. He's not an ungrateful brother. So bless up each and every one. You see, you
hmm
know yourself. See, yeah.
Every time, sibling, every time. So social media wise, throw all them things that out there, man.
Well,
Because
it is JahMirikle, and the common advice I give is you Google that and you get everything. Yeah,
SoundCloud, then
everything.
Instagram, then
SoundCloud, I
Twitter.
got the Instagram, I got the Twitter. It's just Jah Miracle
Mm,
or Miracle spelled MI. Rikle. Because of the different spelling, it's kind of given me a little microcosm unto myself.
Yes. Hey, actually, you know one thing I didn't even ask you. I don't even know why I didn't ask you this year. What inspired the name? What was the divine inspiration for the name?
Well, it weren't me. It was remember I told you I was recording an album in East London. That's
Yeah.
the first studio I really ever worked in. It was Serious Records with Nereus, Joseph, them, Ken. Um, I met Empress Iola, which is a fire empress over there, and a few other elders. Um, but yeah, I didn't have a name. But I was recording, and a couple of the men that came through one day just heard the sound and gave me that name. And I went on a few years thinking it was one brother who it weren't even him, because one day I confronted him and said, "What are you?" And he said, "Why you don't say it wasn't even me, it was this one."
Mm.
You get me? So big up man like Squeeze Eye, who actually called me Jah Mirikle still. Now him give me that name there.
Mm. We like it. Yeah, man, proper. Hey, I'll make sure I'll put the links down in the description. Make sure everyone goes over and
Yeah,
lights.
I mean, I'll send you some links if you want. To consolidate it, but yeah,
Mm.
like I said, it's just a Google the thing, brother. Jah Mirikle, and you find a
Sibling,
lot.
listen. Sometimes, I mean, historically, I used to meet people, like my idea, this is all about growth and development. I used to present information, pardon self, and I wanted, if they wanted to do the additional, as I say, study to show thyself approve, they
Yeah,
would have to say, okay, I'm gonna come off the YouTube channel, I'm gonna open up a Google page, and I'm gonna search to try and find who this who this artist was or who this guest was, you know what I mean? But in this, in my growth and development and how things are, I want to make things as easy as possible.
I
You know
know
what I'm talking
exactly what you're gonna say, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is not even me being difficult. This is like I've kind of learned. You can't pander to everybody, and if you're genuinely interested in Jah Mirikle, you will go on Google and you will type in what I just told you,
about?
and you will find what you're looking for. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave it down to the real fans, the
Yes.
real interested parties who
Mm-hmm.
will open up another tab and go look for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, just to make it easier, don't watch it on the Insta. I'm gonna send you some links, and
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I'll
yeah,
send you
yeah.
some links you can copy and paste if you like. But yeah,
Blessed.
nothing wrong.
Give thanks every time. Make sure you comment, subscribe, like, share, and tell a
Yeah,
brethren to
man. I
tell a
mean,
sister to go
big
and
up the CFR network. I mean, Jah Mirikle is here, and it's been a long time since I've had such a irie interview.
mm,
Just a irie vibe. So give thanks, my brother. Trust me.
every time, man. Every time. That's what it's about, man. Light attracts light. Each one teach 12. That's the mantra, man. You know, we've
You
advanced
say
the
each one teach 12, yeah?
12 sibling
Blah,
yards.
blah, 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 blah.
It's
Blah,
too
blah,
late
blah.
in the game, man. It's too late in the game when that was coined. Yeah, man. It was each one teach 12. But now with you know, some people would say, yo, we're living in the last days. So, based upon that there, we gotta advance this thing, man. We gotta get this.
Arguably, yeah. It certainly resembles that stuff.
You
So
know what I mean?
yeah. It's all the signs are there. So you can't really deny. Oh, wait, you know what? Before we go, let me
Yeah.
hear what you have to say about April the 1st, man. Because
New year.
apparently the new king is about to be crowned on April the 1st, and the new king of England, and
That John Hallett geezer.
yeah, him, and he said, he's gonna take some pictures. He's gonna let the world know, and he's boy, the man never say the Antichrist that in a king.
Yes.
Boy, I mean, I know in a king.
Mm.
He said it. He said it. Not the man them. He said it. I saw a little interview with him, and he said, "Boy, yeah, this his name translates or I forget the word, but
Gematria. Was it Gematria?
I forget his actual name.
Oh, okay.
The numerological representation is meant to be 666, which, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
on a biblical standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be the name of the beast. And he says, yeah, he's totally for it. He said, yeah, man, I'm me that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he said the 1st of April. And I like when they say the date so I can look for it in it or around there about. So let's see what's happening. You know?
Yeah, I have to peep. Yes, yo, send me that thing still, man. I didn't hear. I haven't been aware of
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna have to
announcement.
look for it in the phone, and I'm gonna send you that. Yes.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Blessings,
it's
man.
out there. It's out there. He's had a couple interviews so far that I've seen, and the second one seems to be a bit more in depth, where he justifies the whole thing. So yeah, let's have a look. Listen.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for having me, brother.
Give thanks, man. Every time, man. No problem at all, sibling. No
Yeah.
problem at all.
Enough love and blessings.